Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. Today is, holy cow, is it possible? It's Thursday? How did that happen? It's February the 3rd, National Carrot Cake Day.
I do like carrot cake.
National Day the Music Died Day. Sadly, the day we lost Richie Valens and the Big Bopper and a relative of Heidi's who happened to be the one flying that airplane in Iowa. National Missing Persons Day today. National Women's Physicians Day today. And Optimist Day today. All of those things happening. And I've got a Dear John letter from somebody who is about to join the Great Resignation, where they're going to be moving on and doing their thing, and they're asking for advice on how they should quit. And I've got some advice, and you can chime in with your advice if you'd like on our Facebook page. I posted this, I think, on Tuesday. I don't know, earlier this week. Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. If you'd like to chime in with your advice, and we'll see if you and I agree, because I'll be giving mine, and Heidi will be giving hers. That's all coming up.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Want to make someone you don't even know feel instantly lonely? Don't look at them. A study found people who get a glance and a smile from somebody feel less disconnected from others.
Oh.
So if you just ignore somebody and act like they're not even there, you're going to make them feel lonely. That's not nice. Give them a wink and a smile and a nod.
Nice.
Pat them on the back. Tell them, hey, you're doing good. Maybe not all of that. Another study found that 2/3 of people on antidepressants are not even depressed. Okay. Maybe it's because the antidepressants are working? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't have the study in front of me. Next, what is the worst sound in the world, Heidi? Anything come to mind? Why are you pointing at me?
I had something I want to say, but I will not.
Don't, whatever it is. An awful, horrible sound that makes most people cringe. In a survey, microphone feedback. Woo! That was the second worst sound. Crying babies and scrapes and squeaks of train wheels tied for third. But the number one worst sound, somebody vomiting. Number one worst sound.
Okay, yeah, I would have to agree with that.
That's yucky.
A dog vomiting is horrifying.
Just stop. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, did you know? Brought to you by gmdvacations.com. Heidi, did you know mental exercises are a great way to get your mind off the day's worries and board the train to snooze town?
How do you do mental exercises?
I should have pre-read this. It says, by counting sheep the old-fashioned way, and that's not as effective as it could be. Here's what you should do instead. If you're struggling to sleep, Dr. Michael Bruce, sleep doctor, fellow of the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, shared this tip for falling asleep faster. Instead of counting up one at a time, he suggested you count backwards from 300, but you do it in threes. 300, 297, 294. Boy, that would be hard for me.
Yeah, because you would have to think about it.
Yeah, this is the brain. This process is complicated enough for your brain that you can't think of anything else.
That's true.
And it's quite boring. So that'll help you fall asleep even quicker. So now you know. Brought to you by gmdvacations.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. Pirates of the Caribbean and Edward Scissorhands actor Johnny Depp has landed the lead in a yet untitled French film about King Louis the 15th. Is that what XV would be?
I don't know.
I think that's I think that's 15th. French actress May Wen will play Jeanne de Berry, the monarch mistress who was beheaded during the French Revolution.
Oh, my.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Depp has lived in France for many years, but this will mark his French-speaking debut film role. So he'll be speaking French and everything. And we got another real estate story here. Kelly Clarkson sells her Encino home for $8.24 million. 10,000 square foot home, includes formal living and dining rooms, 8 bedrooms, 11 baths, spacious kitchen and family room. She bought the home in 2018 for $8.5 million, and she's selling it now for $8.24 million.
And that's an Encino amount of money.
An Encino. I see what you did there. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If hot chili peppers are your thing, you might be ahead of the curve when it comes to life expectancy. A study from the University of Vermont found consuming hot red chili peppers was associated with 13% lower risk of death.
Really? I wonder
data
why.
On more than 16,000 Americans followed for an average of 18.9 years. Experimental research has suggested that spicy and bioactive ingredient capsaicin has anti-obesity, antioxidant, and anti-inflammation, and anti-cancer properties. So they're saying,
isn't that fascinating?
Yeah, red hot chili peppers are good for you, according to that story. Everybody has gone bananas about Wordle these days. Now, I see a lot of people playing this online. I'm not one of them. Have you been playing Wordle?
No, I've not.
Have you seen people on Facebook mentioning it?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow. I have a lot of friends that are apparently looking for things to do more than you do. It's a daily word game hosted by a British site called Power Language, played on a web browser. But the weird thing is, many people assume Wordle is an app. I think I might have even just said it is an app. As a result, an old app called Wordle, with an exclamation point at the end, has suddenly gotten a ton of downloads, 200,000 in a week. The 5-year-old game is totally different, has nothing to do with the new game that everybody's playing. But the good news is, Stephen Kravota, the man who developed and owns the old app, feels he doesn't deserve to make any money off the confusion, so he's donating the profits to charity. He says he made about $2,000.
Oh, wow.
He says it's going nowhere but up from here, but he says anytime he gets money, he's going to donate it. He's making an announcement for the full amount at the end of the month. So
wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And finally, a study from the University of Manchester analyzed the microbial content of 10 household pillows, ages from 18 months to 20 years old. And I'm going to just tell you this, it's pretty yucky. I'm not going to read you the details. You can see them in the show notes. But experts say you should be washing your pillow 2 to 4 times a year and replacing them every year or two.
Yeah.
I have a link in the show notes for today with all the yucky details and a link to find a pillow in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, dear John.
All right, I got a pretty cool letter here. First of all, I just want to say I'm excited for you, the young man that sent this. It says, Dear John, I've been wanting to quit my job for a little while now. I have a side business that has taken off over the last 3 years. I was going to quit in 2020, but I didn't know if my side job would keep going strong. It has. I've been working the bare minimum at my regular job. I've turned down overtime and even passed up an opportunity for a promotion. I didn't think it would be right to do that when I'm planning to quit. My question is this. My brother thinks I should make a big splashy exit that will have people talking for years. I think I should just give a 2-week notice and move on. His idea was to record a video of me quitting and hope it goes viral to help push my other business. What do you think? Does that sound too risky? I think it would be funny, My boss probably would find the humor in it, but I'm not sure the owner of the company even has a sense of humor. Any advice? This would be a surefire way to burn this bridge, and that seems like a bad idea. What are your thoughts? Signed, ready for the next chapter. I think a lot of that has to do with what are you talking about a big splashy? Like if you're starting the office on fire or something, no, period. Don't do that. But if it's, if it's something that's funny and maybe, I don't know, I think I like your idea better. Just, give the notice and be really professional because any time anything could change. Mm-hmm. And again, I understand where your brother's coming from. If you set up a camera and like you rip open your shirt and you've got your logo on there and I'm doing this and see you later or whatever.
Oh, that would be fine.
I could see, something like maybe that would go viral, but would it get you enough business? And it could even hurt you too, because there could be, I don't know what your new company is, but if you work with companies, if you work with businesses and they're going, oh, wow, I don't want to work with you.
That wasn't professional. I don't want to work with you.
So
I wouldn't. I would give my 2-week notice. I would leave
too.
with dignity and leave a good relationship there as long as it's been a good relationship all along.
It kind of sounds like it has. He had an opportunity for promotions that he turned down. By the way, hats off to you on that. I think it's really cool that you didn't take the promotion knowing that you were going to leave. Because then there's somebody else on the team that got that instead. So that's really cool. And I also want to say congratulations on, doing something that you're following your passion. I think that is also a really positive thing. And there is a trend, a growing trend. It's called the Great Resignation. I had mentioned that at the beginning of the program, and when we went to break, Heidi was like, what are you talking about, Great Resignation? But over the last couple of years, more and more people who are retiring from having a boss to go work for themselves and do their own thing. That's not for everybody, by the way.
No, and if you are not self-motivated and not willing and not a self-starter, you do not want to do that.
And here's the thing.
Me.
So right now, you've done this thing on the side and you've had this safety net of your regular job. So what happens if you, all of a sudden, you're on your own doing your thing and you realize, well, I'm not nearly as motivated as I thought I was. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm doing this full time, it's not working so good. If you do this big splashy thing, first of all, you burned that bridge.
Yep.
But also, if this video goes viral and you're applying for other places, and they're like, wait a minute, aren't you the guy that, whatever it is, that quit with a whatever?
Good luck getting another good job.
So,
yep.
As much as I think your brother's idea is probably a fun idea, and there's probably some merit to doing something that would be funny, if you do it, make sure that it's not something that burns a bridge. But you flat out said on here, so he didn't explain what they were talking about, but he said this would be a surefire way to burn this bridge.
Yeah. I would say no.
I'm a big fan of not burning bridges because here's the thing I've learned. I've worked with people who've burned every bridge they've ever crossed, and they find themselves on an island eventually with nowhere to go.
And I personally have no problems with burning bridges. I'm totally cool with that. But professionally, I mean, in your personal life, throw that match and walk away. If they're toxic and there's an issue,
don't listen
walk
to her.
away.
Don't listen to Heidi.
But on a professional level, no, you want to maintain as many contacts as you can.
I think so too. And I think in my past, I've done a pretty good job. I don't think I've burned a lot of bridges. I know there are places that I've worked in the past that I still am friends with today. So if you would like to chime in for Ready for the Next Chapter, you can do that on our Facebook page. Posted this letter earlier this week. You can just look at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. You'll see a little photo of a typewriter. They're never sent in on a typewriter, by the way. I just put that image there because I thought it was cool. But if you see that and you want to chime in, just comment on that, and that's how it all works. So, again, at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average lifespan of an NBA basketball is 10,000 bounces. Now, I don't know if that's like in a day, or if it takes a month, a week, a year. I don't know how long that takes, but 10,000 bounces. Also, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Wearing a hat keeps your feet warm. I'm not sure how that works.
Oh, that's
but
interesting.
somehow it does. Also, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cats cannot move their jaws sideways. What? How does that happen? I just saw
Don't
you.
look at me. I don't
just
know.
saw you
I don't
move your
have-
jaw sideways while you were
I don't
thinking of
have
it.
cats.
And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The brain named itself. Huh. I never thought about that before. The brain. Our brain had to come up with the name brain. So the brain named itself.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. What do you think of that fun fact?
But don't they say that the heart rules the mind?
Yeah.
So technically, the heart named the
Everything.
brain,
Yeah.
and the heart named itself.
Well, that's pretty doggone smart of you, Heidi.
Yes,
That's a
it
whole
is.
fistful of fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline Nigeria. A woman in Nigeria freaked out when her husband's coffin would not fit into the grave that was dug by the cemetery. The woman and her family watched as pallbearers tried over and over to lower the husband's coffin into the grave, finally realizing it's just not going to fit. The burial was interrupted for an hour while the grave was enlarged. You'd think they would figure this stuff out ahead of time, like how big this needs to be.
Yeah,
So
I'd
I
be
don't
pretty
know.
upset by that.
I don't know if he was super tall or super wide and they didn't fit in a standard hole, but don't they typically have like standard?
Well, typically, like a coffin is kind of a standard
Yeah,
size.
I don't
but
know. So that's very sad. I would be really sad
I would
if I
be
was
very
at that.
upset. Yeah.
That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. We've got Valentine's Day coming up. Let me see. What is today? It's Thursday, so next week is the 10th. So it's just like a week and a half away. So 1 week from now, so it'd be like, about a week and a half from now, Valentine's Day. Just around the corner. The Bronx Zoo is bringing back their Name a Roach promotion. You can name a Madagascar
Name a
hissing
roach.
cockroach.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, Madagascar hissing cockroach for a loved one or a hated one in exchange for a $15 donation. You even get a schnazzy digital certificate. $75. You get the whole doggone thing. Are you kidding me? Would
you spend $75 to name a roach?
No.
I
A
guess
roach,
it depends on who you're wanting to name it after.
but you also get a plush roach toy, a roach candle, a printed certificate with the roach's name, and a very crawly 14th Valentine's virtual encounter with a Manchester hissing cockroach and a surprise animal guest. So you can go and see them if you want.
I see.
I don't think I'm going to rush right out. That is bizarre. It's today's weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. What is the sexiest thing a man can wear? Think about that. I bet Heidi's got a list of things that
I can
are
say
the
what
opposite
not
of the
to
list.
wear.
What would that be?
Crocs.
I knew she was going to say that. She does not like my Crocs. Okay, according to the internet, a properly tailored suit.
Oh, yeah.
Next, a long sleeve button down with the sleeves rolled up neatly to your elbows. I do that once in a while, except for the, neatly. Mine's kind of sloppily. Next, cargo shorts, but only if the pockets are carrying dad's supplies like baby bottle and a stuffed animal. Really?
Okay.
And finally, a flannel shirt. So probably not all of those things together. Do you have anything to add to the list?
I'm going
Heidi?
to say jeans and a button-down dress shirt without a tie and a suit jacket.
Oh, yeah.
I love that look.
You used to dress me like that a lot.
I love that look.
Every once in a while, I still do that. That is the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Jimmy Kimmel is our quote today. He said, "I never feel more alone than when I'm trying to put sunscreen on my back." You ever try to do that? I remember you were trying to do bug spray, and you're like, trying to, you spray my back? I'm like, yeah, I suppose. And that is kind of an awkward thing. If you're somewhere by yourself and you're trying to do that, that's not the kind of thing most people would feel comfortable saying, "Hey, stranger, dude,
Can you help me with this?
Would you put this on my back?"
Yeah.
So that is your quote of the day. By the way, I want to let you know, if you would like to submit a quote of the day, you can do that. It's at the bottom of the page, somewhat newly designed at johnandheidishow.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GMDvacations.com. Listen to this headline. 6-year-old boy gets hit by a car while saving his little sister.
Oh.
So that doesn't sound like good news, but it is good news because a 6-year-old boy in Alabama is being called a hero for protecting his 2-year-old sister who ran into the street. Caden Reed saved his sister Casey from being hit by a car. He pushed her out of the way, and he took the hit.
Oh, my gosh.
That resulted in him going to the hospital for a little bit. By the time everybody else saw Casey in the street, Caden was right there. He ran right into the street to save her, but in the process of getting her out of the way, he got hit by the car, according to his mother in the story here. Caden was taken to the hospital to get some stitches, but has since recovered. He has received a hero's welcome from the local fire department when he returned home. And there's a photo of him wearing a Superman shirt, flexing his muscles in the back of a fire engine,
That's
number 14.
fantastic.
And there's a video here as well. Caden proudly wore his Superman costume. Well, firefighters gave him a tour of one of their fire trucks.
Oh,
I've got a link to the story.
little
It's
sweetheart.
quite adorable. And it's been on the national news. And I think this little guy
he is a hero.
Yeah, absolutely. This little guy, he's got a bright future because he, you don't want to put yourself in harm's way ever because that's not good. But he did it for all the right reasons because he literally saved his little sister's life. So, have you ever done anything like that, Heidi? Leaped in front of a car to save someone's life?
I have not ever leaped in front of a car
I haven't
to
either.
save someone. I believe it is leapt.
Is it really?
I don't think it's leaped.
Is it leapt?
I think it's leapt.
I have quite the grasp on the English language. All right. Hey, I've got a link to the story here if you would like to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.